Yeah, we're excited to have her back. It's going to be a process. She's been out for a while, so she's going to, be some time. Can't say she'll get in or not tonight, but we're just happy to have her back with us.
And when it comes to Temi as well, do you have kind of a designation for her tonight?
Yeah, Todd, we have a minute restriction, but she's ready to go, feels good, and, just glad to have her back as well.
From a depth perspective, even if either of those two are at 100% yet or with the full minutes allocation, how helpful is it to have that coming to your front court?
Gosh, just to be able to look down there and see Timmy and Dee Dee available, Aaliyah and Liz play so hard, and how we ask them to play, it's just really difficult to play significant minutes. So just to have these guys to come in and give those guys a quick breather, change it up, do something different, it's just really going to be helpful for our team.
Yeah, for sure. Like, she's somebody I text every single day, and I know she's playing right now. I was following the box before I went out and was working out. So I think just being there for one another and just be a listening ear. It's not like we're coaching one another. It's just more obviously she's one of my best friends, and like she said, there's not a lot of people that really get it, that we are obviously friends with, other than maybe Megan Gustafson or Monica probably gets it a little bit too, and then obviously our coaches. But I think it's super cool, and obviously Kate probably didn't. She always believed in herself, but she probably didn't dream of being in the position that she is in right now. So for me, it's really fun as somebody that has had a lot of belief in her and has been able to, kind of watch her game evolve and her leadership evolve over the course of us being in college, but now taking that to the next level, and what everybody else sees in her, that's what I've seen for a really long time. So I'm just really happy for her. She's been doing great, and obviously I still wish she was my teammate.
So take away that she's your best friend. Purely from a basketball perspective, a lot of people were surprised that she made the roster. I'm guessing you were not. What does she bring? Why do you think she made the roster?
I think she's it's kind of rare probably at the professional level what she can bring to a team. I think she's one of those people that she's not going to care if she scores points. She's not going to care how many rebounds she has, or how many assists she has. She's going to come in and play as hard as she possibly can. She's going to be the best teammate that she can be. And those are the type of people that you want in your locker room. And that's exactly how Becky talks about her, is exactly what she did at Iowa, is the leadership. She makes shots. She's a great 3-point shooter. She has her feet ready. I think that's something that evolved over her time at Iowa. She wasn't always the best 3-point shooter, but in her last 2 years, she knew that was something she had to get a lot better at. And I think from that, as a basketball standpoint, at times she could get a little overlooked in college, but she could do some amazing things. She can do some things that I couldn't do. So her mid-post game is really good. She has a nice fadeaway, but she just has high basketball IQ. And those are the type of players that Becky really wants. So I think she just fit that system perfectly. And it's all about fit at times. And probably couldn't have gone to a better organization, honestly.
Caitlin, I know you're focused on basketball, but is there anything that you can look forward to off the court later this year for you at home or in as far as community work?
Yeah, I think for myself, obviously moving to Indianapolis and basketball just starts right away. You don't really get time to really interact with the community and get to know the community and get out and volunteer and do fun stuff within our community, especially a new place that I'm moving and living in. Obviously you want to have a great relationship with them. So I think, after once basketball ends and I have some more free time, that's definitely something I look forward to. And, a couple of weeks ago I had an opportunity, and I think it was really my first community event with Gainbridge. Obviously Gainbridge Fieldhouse is where we, play our games. They did a Habitat for Humanity thing when a family got to end up, getting a house, but then they'd never been to a Fever game before, and they told me that when they were there. And I looked at Ryan, I'm ask Ryan for tickets, and they ended up, it kind of just all worked out. They were our guests of the game. It was one of the young girls' birthdays, and I think that's really just shows the type of impact that you can have on the community. Is obviously that was just one small instance, and hopefully I get to have a lot more of those. But once basketball ends, that will definitely be a priority.
Caitlin, I'm sure you get this similar question every city you go. Tonight's game is sold out, and there's a lot of fans here in Seattle. This is a memory that we'll never forget, and you're just doing what you love.
Yeah.
And how special is it that you're just, again, doing something you love, and it is creating a memory for so many fans of all ages out there?
Yeah, every time I come to Seattle, obviously I've played in this building however many times I did in college when we had the regional here, and then obviously the one time when we came prior this season, and it's been just great every single time. The fans are incredible, but that's obviously because of what Sue did and what Stewie did, and the teams that they had here prior. People in this city support women's basketball and are so excited about it. And obviously, the team that they have right now is really good, and Jewel's a tremendous player. So obviously they get excited when the Fever come to town, but also they have really good basketball here. They've had really good basketball. So for me, like, this is a city I love coming to and look forward to coming to. Like, the fans just really support, and you can tell there's just a vibrant energy about them and about the game that we're going to play.
Caitlin, how do you feel like your team is different than over the last month and the first time you guys came?
Yeah, last time we were here, we were 0-3 or 0-4, and still looking for our first win. And honestly, I felt like we played a solid game here versus them, and like we had every opportunity down the stretch to find a way to kind of win. I remember, we could have ran, I think it was a baseline out of bounds where we could have gotten a shot up to win the game. So, and I muffled the ball. But I mean, they're just really solid in what they do, and I think that just speaks to the veterans that they have on their team, whether it's Nika, whether it's Jewel, Sammy, obviously Ezzy's great. But I feel like we've grown so much. We've had time to practice. We've got quite a few games under our belt. We've got some wins under our belt, and obviously coming off of a disappointing loss to Chicago, I think like this is a big game where we can come back and really respond and show ourselves what we're capable of.
You were developing a good chemistry with Temi before she got injured. Just what does it mean to have her back even on the restrictions tonight?
Yeah, I'm super excited to have Temi back. I think not only like is she a great basketball player, but she's a really good leader for us and a vocal leader. And she was obviously that on the bench for us during her time being injured. But when she's on the court, like she's always gathering people. She's communicating about what we need to do. And I think she can give us a different look at times. I think she runs the floor really well. She's just, so athletic and everything that she does. She plays super hard. So I'm excited to get her back. I know it'll probably take her a little time to fully get back to where she was, but the more depth and options that we can have is better for us.
In the meantime, you and Aaliyah have really like started to build, I think, that bond that everyone talked about, like coming into the league. How much fun has that been? And do you feel like you're always on the same page yet? Or are we just getting a glimpse?
Yeah, I think you're just definitely getting a glimpse. I think it's gotten so much better since the start of the season. I feel like we're really starting to finally kind of read one another and know what we need to do. I think at times, like, I can almost get locked in on Aaliyah and like wanting to get her the ball. So I think just being a little bit more aggressive out of the ball screens at times and like looking for my shot a little bit more because, then they really have to start picking and choosing. But like, she just makes good basketball reads. She has high basketball IQ. She seals really well. She finishes really well. And I think she's just been playing really good basketball over the course of the last, few weeks. So I think our chemistry has definitely grown.
Have you thought at all about the Olympic break is coming up? You're gonna have like a month off. Are you gonna like take a vacation somewhere?
Oh gosh, hopefully. I don't know. I got stuff to do. We got practice to have. So we'll see. I don't know. Can't give you all my secrets.